Hello, hello. My name is Sharp Eyes,
And this is Orc.
and this is
We cast, you play.
exactly. Lately we've been coaching a lot, but usually we cast coach, which means that we cast while coaching.
Definitely.
Now, we actually haven't had Orc on here in quite a while. Orc, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Taking a little break from StarCraft 2, mainly watching streams to learn a little bit more, before I go back and hit the ladder this season. But yeah,
Uh,
learning.
Absolutely not. Now, Orc, how many times have you hit master?
I think 7 times.
That is quite a large amount.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Now, Orc, can you share with our audience what makes you so good at StarCraft?
I don't know, just the desire to win, I guess. I don't know, but it's not that good because I haven't hit GM yet. So
But are you close?
I was pretty close the past few seasons. Yeah.
Hmm. I see, I see. Right, well, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started on our coaching session. Our student is actually not here, but he has submitted some replays that we can go over. Let's go and watch the first one. Now, he is a Protoss player. Now, Orc, what do you think about Protoss?
As a Terran player, I don't like to play them. Well, I mean, I don't really care if I play them, but they have the best all-ins out of any race, so I find them really annoying. And that's just not me speaking as a Terran player, just in general, like uh, P versus anything. Yeah, it's pretty OP. No
Mm,
matter what level you're at, even up at the pro level, it's still pretty. It's not imbalanced. It's just really strong.
very strong indeed. So, yeah, our student is ZPO Dune, and he'll be facing MYI Laney. So, Orc, take it away.
All right. Um. Yeah, we have a Protoss player in the top left. And we have our Terran player in the bottom right. Basic stuff so far. He went for a 9 pylon. Our Protoss player did. Our Terran player is not going to wall off. Which what level of play is this? We're helping out the Protoss player, correct?
Correct. This is diamond level play.
Yeah, I like to wall off basically until I get like Masters players or to that MMR, just because you never know if they're gonna cheese you or not. Because 2 gate is really effective. Yeah, so is 4 gate too. But yeah, so we have the Terran player expanding. Protoss is going for a 1 gas build, but oh, he put people on probes on gas late. But this might be a 1 base all in. I don't know. Is
Oh, and it does look like there's an eBay block, but it gets dispatched. Now,
Game paused.
how effective is an eBay block versus
an
Protoss?
eBay block is really effective if you can get it versus Protoss and Zerg and the engineering base pretty much almost complete. Like let's just say 99% complete. And then you just cancel it, you delay them, and you get your money back. So it's pretty good.
Pretty good, pretty good.
Game resumed.
Yeah, so it looks like Protoss player is going to be expanding. I think so. Yeah.
So, a one gate expand here by the Protoss player. Or what is the optimal build, the optimal macro build versus Terran?
Well, you can open up a few different ways, but I'd say uh, 1 gate expand, or yeah, 1 gate expand, and then get warp gate as fast as you can, and then you can do a lot of stuff from there. You can do 3 gate blink. Um, you can do a 4 gate. You can do 3 gate blink. You can do 3 gate uh, robo, which will basically be a robo. I mean, an immortal all in. You can do DTs while expanding, which is pretty annoying. I was gonna say OP, but trying to stay away and not use that word too much. Um, yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can do.
Hmm. So pretty much the PVC matchup is pretty diverse.
Yeah, definitely.
So it looks like the Protoss player is going for both his gases here at his natural, possibly going into some heavy tech play.
Yeah, he's definitely going for Colossi. I'd be surprised if he doesn't. Yeah, there we go. Um, so Dune, you want to work on not getting supply blocked. That's pretty important. I think what he's going for is like a two base all in, with Colossi, like a fast Colossi push. But yeah, definitely because he's got a proxy pylon. So, um, you know if he wins or if he loses this game?
I have no idea.
No idea. Okay. Um, well, let's see. Three starport. What the? Is he going like Banshee? This is a really weird build. It's really weird and it's really greedy from the Terran. Okay, so Thermal Lance is almost done. So yeah, he's doing a pretty big timing. What's this gonna be? A 7 gate, 1 robo. What are your thoughts, Sharp?
Let's see. So, like you said, the Terran player is playing really greedily. Let's see what he's making. Battlecruiser rush.
Yeah, I
I
think the Terran can't stop this though. It's over. It's GG. Colossi just melt everything.
does look like the battlecruisers will be coming out shortly, but don't think that it'll be enough.
No. I don't really know what Dune needed help with this game, but yeah. That was that was pretty interesting.
All right,
Yeah.
so Zorg, judging from this replay, list two things that the Protoss could do better.
Work on not getting supply blocked. That's important for anybody at any level. And better map vision, I'd say.
Better map vision. Okay, let's see. Okay, so that was replay number one. Let's go to what he posted in the comments. All right, he is a diamond Protoss. Um, Definitely not having any issues with PvT, but my PvP is still experimental, yet I don't feel like it has any specific fault apart from experience. PvZ, however, is the matchup giving me the most trouble. I can't find any stable non-cheesy build which would be safe against both Swarm Host, based all-ins, and Mutalisk play. Um, and So the last game that we witnessed was a good execution of two base Colossi all-in versus a GM troll on the ladder. So I think that he didn't really need help on that game, although your tips could help him out. But what he's asking for help with is PVZ, which we're gonna see in the next game. Uh, um, Quote unquote, it'll be a placement game where I completely panic and do huge mess ups and throw several times. So looking forward to this replay actually.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens. Go, go, go. GSP, Juraj, and Dune.
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 Okay, let me just switch the camera over. Okay, and Oric, take it away.
Alright, actually, hang on. I'm changing my graphics settings. Okay, alright.
Okay.
And our top right, and in the top right, we have our red Zerg player, Jiraj. I think is how you say his name. Jiraj? I don't know. It's kind of funny because it sounds like Garage. Anyways, in the bottom left we have our blue Protoss player Dune. They're cross spawn, which is I think the only way that this map is played now currently on ladder, if I recall. And yeah, should be pretty interesting. And then we're gonna try and help you the best we can.
Uh,
Yeah,
Absolutely, because I mean, as coaches, it is in our best interest to help you because I mean, honestly, we're all in this to get better at the game, and so by helping you out, we're actually also helping ourselves out as we prod deep into this game analysis.
definitely. So yeah, you have probe scouting, which is really good. I would have probably tried to pylon block or at least really delay his main. Um, I don't know. It's pretty effective to with the Zerg's natural and his third, so his second base and his third base, just to deny as much as you can with a probe, and build a pylon, cancel pylons, or if you let one pylon build at one base, maybe cannon the third or whichever base that you didn't pylon at. Because if one base isn't being built and then one base does get up but cannons kill it, that means it's a two base Protoss versus a one base Zerg, which means it's basically a good game. So that's pretty effective. I would have to have you in the lesson right now to tell you or show you what I mean, but yeah, that's a good tactic to do this early.
Yeah, absolutely. Or what do you think of this wall off here? Do you think that it could be a little bit better, or do you think this is perfectly fine?
No, it's a pretty good wall because as soon as he gets Zealot to clog the gap, um, it'll be pretty good. But yeah, it's definitely if the Zerg would have 6, 7, or 8 pulled, it would have been bad for the Protoss. Okay, let's see. All right, so Zerg's going 3 base, and you're going for Stargate play with 2 Stargates. Last time I checked, Protoss usually just go 1 Stargate. And get like 5 Phoenix Eye? I don't know this. Phoenix, yeah. Um,
So basically, you're saying that with double Stargate, it's kind of a waste of a Stargate.
yeah, you only really need 1, and just go, 5 Phoenix.
Does look like
Like,
some
yeah, he
mothership
gets him
core
out
harass.
faster, but he could be spending his gas elsewhere.
Gotcha. What do you think of this mothership core harassed over here?
It's pretty good, just as long as he doesn't lose his mothership core. He's getting some good scouting information, though. I think he's gonna lose it, though. That's a big mistake. Um, yeah, Dune, you should be probably pressuring, like, while you're, pressuring with Phoenix, you should be pressuring his third with Zealots and trying to kill it. That's the most important thing I could say right now. Could you pause the game real quick?
Sure.
Is the game spiking for you at all, or is it just me?
I think it might be just you.
Okay, alright. I'm good.
Okay. So some pretty good harass over here with the Phoenix.
Yeah, he got a few Overlord kills. He's getting a few drones as well. That's definitely good, but how many Phoenix do we have here? 8? That's a little too many. Here comes the ninth. Yeah, you only want to have this many if you're getting the range upgrade and if you're fighting Mutalisk. So yeah, because right now these Phoenix can't do anything because he has Spore Crawlers up. So like if you had, let's say, 8 Zealots killing his third right now, that would be a lot of good because he has Lings near your base. Which you can see with Phoenix float going across over top the Lings. So let me see. You have 9, 10 Phoenix right now. I don't really know what you're trying to transition into, but that's a little bit too many Phoenix though. Even if you're going for Sky Toss, but if you are going Sky Toss, you need to be on 3 base. So either way, you're just building a little bit too much of one unit.
Oh wow, that's a lot of Bailings over here.
You have to land money force fields here. Yeah, one in the middle would have been a lot better. Um, you also need to spend more of your minerals too. Whether you need to make more gates or whether you need to take a third, it's completely your call. It depends on the situation, but yeah, you need to work on spending your minerals a little bit more.
Now, in PvZ,
Game paused.
is it typical to want to um, expand with a third, or is it typical to try to aggro it out and build those gates up?
You want to get a third and then build your gates, I'd say so.
Game resumed.
But let's see what's going on. So he's building two robo bays, which is not good. Or he has one built done, and he's gonna build another one. That's a little mistake in your play. Grounds weapon +1 is just getting done. +3 should already be started. And be researching. Um, let's see, you're macroing pretty well now. So he has a bunch of brood lords, and you know this. He's still at lair. He hasn't gone to hive. Yeah, he's built the corruptors specifically to counter your phoenix. So I would just make a bunch of stalkers to counter his corruptors. Yeah, I'd be going stalker, sentry, zealot. Um, trying to think what else I'd go. Probably that would just be good enough at the moment, and then maybe yeah, colossi to make it work all around, I guess. Okay. Alright, so you're both on 3 base. Thermalence is just finishing up for you. You're gonna have be 1-1 soon. Um, yeah, I'd get another forge before you started your +1 armor upgrade. For this game specifically, I would have gotten another forge so you could be starting 2-2 at the same time. Or 2-1. At this point, I'd take Bozell Naga Towers. And I'd probably take a fourth is because he's not pressuring you at all at the moment. Sharp, what do you think about this?
I think that there needs to be more pro production overall. I mean, earlier, like Orc said, you were floating
Game
quite a bit of
paused.
mineral, and so I think that if you would have continued pro production, you could have transitioned into a third, and then transitioned or transferred your probes over there, quicker to get the mineral income that you need. Right now, you're barely tossing up your third, and so you're forced to build, probes instead of having them already to transfer over.
Game resumed.
Indeed. Alright. What just happened in this fight? Or was it just the Phoenix fighting? Yeah, just the Phoenix. Yeah, you don't want to fight corruptors with just Phoenix by themselves. That's really bad. Slow the game down to 1x speed real quick. Yeah, so right here you're throwing away all your Phoenix. Also, having a proxy pylon or warp prism where his fourth is up in the top middle would benefit you a lot, and you could probably snipe it out with zealots. And then it'd be back to 3 base versus 3 base like it was 2v2. So that's another thing you could have done. Keep cranking your upgrades. You're stopping, so you're at 1-1, which is not good when you could almost be at 3-3, or 3-3 might even be able to be done at 18 minutes, I think. Pretty close, but yeah, 3-3 would be upgrading at least at this point. So that would have been good. You have how many sentries? You have 6. That's a good amount. One for Guardian Shield, and then the rest for force fields. You're macroing pretty well. I would take a fourth at this point though. just because you always want to play along macro game. Okay, stop.
Okay.
Game
Okay,
paused.
this was not a good engagement at all. Your Colossi were out front. One's basically gonna die instantly, and all it did was like kill one lane. You have to have Guardian Shield on both armies to the left and to the right, and then Force Fields would have won you the game right here. So I have a sense that you'll probably keep pushing on him and push him back, but he's gonna kill way more than he should. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that.
What do you think of the Zerg's army composition here? Good call or bad call?
Ling Bane, Ling Corruptor, Infestor, it's not the best you could have currently, but it works, I guess. He definitely needs roaches. Um, but let's see what happens.
Game resumed.
Okay, so when Colossi dies, 2, and then 3, and once the Colossi are dead, Lings just own everything else. So, even though you do manage to survive, that's not good as Protoss or as Terran losing your mech army. Never want that to happen. Another Colossi dies. Yeah, from here, and you have your fourth isn't going up. This is a really bad spot to be in. Yeah, fighting in a choke and having all your army together and fighting in one of these gaps. Like see the one they're fighting in, they're running through right now. That's ideally where you want to fight, and then just land force fields and cut his army in half. Roast all the lings, and then micro colossi as best as you can, and then focus his corruptors with your stalkers. Um,
Yeah, like a lot of people don't
Game paused.
realize how effective a proper concave is, but it's very, very effective. So that's a tip for all you bronze, silver, or gold players watching right now. Always try to surround your opponent.
Game resumed.
yep. Surround, hit the spells that you need to hit, like in his case, force fields, and yeah, micro. Yeah, don't have your most expensive units or most important units out front. Always be paying attention at all times. Let's see, your hotkeys look pretty good. You can make, I'd probably recommend 2 army hotkey groups, but one is good enough for now. Because the most important thing is your hotkeying your buildings, so that's good. Let's see what happens in this fight right here. Okay. I don't know if he's gonna go for a base trade or what. I think he might come back. No, maybe not. Okay, so you're 2-1. You should be 3-3-1 at the moment with your upgrades. Okay, so what's he doing? He's in your main. Alright, you have to land really good force fields here, and then you can win. Oh, he's got 3 ultras though. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, okay. Your zealots are in the back. They should be in the front, obviously. You want to have force fields cut his army in half. And then just keep reforce fielding where the ultras are not. And in that situation, actually, like a proxy pylon at his 5th would have been good, so you can kill that off. And then you did get his 4th, but you recalled way too late. Recall is an incredibly good spell, especially for sniping bases.
Yeah, I think that the lack of upgrades
Game paused.
really played a very crucial role in this game. I mean, the Zerg player is 3-3, and the Protoss is 2-1. So
Yeah, to be honest, we're at the 24-minute mark. You could be 3-3-3 by now, which is really, really strong. It gives even more punch to the term death ball, I guess you could say. But yeah, the Zerg's maxed out with ground upgrades, so that's one reason why he's winning. Yeah, and you can't stay on 3 base forever, even though it's very effective as Protoss. Because he's gonna have 6 bases. Yeah. So, but that last fight did not go well, and he should have recalled a lot earlier. We also need more map presence and map vision, both.
Now,
Game paused.
as a Protoss player, it's kind of hard to get that map vision, as compared to something like Zerg, where they have overlords and creep spread. Or what are some tips to get map vision as Protoss?
Well, he had 10 or so Phoenix, and just flying those around, seeing if he's building bases and what his unit comp is. That's what I would have done instead of not bashing your play, Dune, but you basically suicided pretty much all of them. Um, you know, which you could have picked up infestors or done things like that. And even if they wouldn't have, they would have died mid-battle. The Phoenix would have died to the Corruptors. Having the infestors lifted would have helped a lot because Fungal really shuts down your Blink Stalkers. So, stuff like that. Or it keeps your Zealots held in one place.
Game resumed.
Gotcha. Looks like another engagement here, but the banelings just really wreck those zealots, and then it's all downhill from here.
Yeah. If you had gotten your fourth up, Dune, and killed his fourth and then recalled immediately and been working on your upgrades, you would have won this game. Not even including the first battle that didn't go too well for you.
Game paused.
So it looks like this replay is over, or pretty much over anyway. So let's go ahead and quit out to the main menu, and let's go ahead and go over these 6 sexy tips for better gameplay. Now, Orca, do you know how this works?
No, I haven't. Well, I did it once before, but um, that was in a private lesson from someone else. So,
Gotcha.
yep.
So basically, you're going to rattle off 6 tips, one by one, and then after each tip, I will try to elaborate on that point. So, Orc, take it away.
Okay. Tip number 1, scouting.
Okay. Um, Scouting, very important. As Orc has mentioned before, you know, use those phoenixes to get bases, and use pylons, proxy pylons, and pretty much, get that probe out there and figure out what he's up to. Okay. Orc, point number 2,
Macro.
and what is macro orc?
Macro is building buildings and units while you're doing other stuff and multitasking. Basically, building up your Sim City is another good word for it. That's just building buildings and units that either attack or, like you just say, workers,
Hmm. So,
expanding, etc.
so do you think that his third and fourth were a little bit late?
His third was a little late, and then he never really got a fourth, to be honest. So, yeah.
Gotcha. So yeah, for future reference, try to get your third around 8 to 10 minutes, right, Orc?
Yep.
And then pretty much use your macro to dominate the game. Now, people always say macro, 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 but really, it's all about knowing the proper timings to expand, and knowing when the proper timings are to um, build up your Sim City. Okay. Or next point.
Map and army awareness.
Okay. Oh wait. Army control, right?
Oh yeah, army control.
Okay. Orc. What about army control?
Army control. Like, basically, make sure you know what your army's doing at all time. There's something inside of army control which we're gonna get to in a second, but yeah. So the first battle in the game, your army was split in two, in the middle of the map in two different chokes. And then you lost basically all your colossi, but you donated one at the beginning of the fight just for free without nothing like basically anything happening. So you want to, they call it basically a death ball for a reason. You want to have all your units in one spot, and definitely your expensive units in the back.
Gotcha. So pretty much unit positioning, proper force fields, proper concaves. You've probably heard all this before, which is why you're in Diamond. But you really have to refine that in order to break into Masters, right?
Yeah, for example, like at any level of play, but more so it gets crucial at the higher levels of play, is if, one EMP hits a Protoss army or one Storm hits any other army that isn't Protoss, it's very, very, it can be very, very damaging, and it can be very game changing too. So not so much for fungals though, but um, yeah, definitely Storm and EMPs are pretty important, and you don't want to. They can basically change the game very quickly.
Absolutely. All right. Next point, Orc.
Hit your force fields.
Oh wait. That was the last one, right?
No, map and army awareness was the last one.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Um,
So
wait. Did we
within
talk about that?
no, 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 no. We did map and army awareness was controlling your army and stuff.
Oh, gotcha.
Hit your force fields is basically more sentry specific, I guess you could say. But yeah, you have to be paying attention to your army like we just said. But hitting your force fields is really important because you get all these expensive sentries at the beginning of the game that cost a lot of gas. You have to hit your force fields, and do a lot of damage, or you could either win the game or take out one or two of his bases before he gets out ultras. So hitting force fields is crucial, and paying attention at all times, and then making sure you have enough guardian shields to cover your whole entire army.
Gotcha. So, I mean, with Ultralisk, crushing force fields, are sentries useless once Ultras hit the field, or how does that work?
They're not useless, but they're a lot less useful, put it that way. Because Guardian Shield is still a really good spell, but Force Fields become obsolete.
Gotcha. And Orc, I have to ask. So sentries can split up their army. Sentries can block your base from Baneling busts. Sentries can block your ramp from Ling run bys. But what are some master level things that you know people can use with sentries that aren't obvious?
Well, one thing that sentries can do, which is really annoying, is you can block the ramp from the main to the natural of the Zerg, or of any race for that matter. Or if you want to keep an army in one spot, you can keep force fielding the main or natural. That's a really good thing to do with force fields. People used to do a sentry drop with like I think four sentries or two sentries and two zealots, but that's kind of it's not like it's not a good strat, but I don't know. It's kind of been a lot of people know how to counter it now, so people don't use it as much.
I see. So I'm pretty much trying to block off your opponent's ramp and then just kill his expos, and he's pretty much trapped.
Yeah, and you used to be able to have to run away, but now you can just recall. So I mean, that's even more powerful.
Very
So
busted
yeah,
indeed.
if you have an observer going into his main and he's on three base, and let's say you I don't know, you drop a few zealots in his main with a warp prism, or you warp them in, you can kill his second and then go for his third and then recall out while force fielding his ramp the whole time, and he can't do anything about it. It's pretty imbalanced.
Very good tip there, Orc.
Yep.
Right, Orc, and the final one.
Get upgrades from two forges and use chrono on them at all times. Every single chrono you get, unless you're going for a specific timing attack. Like in your first game, you did, the two base all in with thermal lance. Yeah, use all your chrono on getting 3-3 and then eventually 3-3-3. With ground weapons, armor, and shields.
Now, is Chrono pretty much just used for warp gates and upgrades, or can Chrono be used for warp gates in a pinch as well?
And what as well?
So can Chrono Boost be used on warp gates, or do you think that's a complete waste of Chrono Boost?
If you're going for a timing attack, it's good to use Chrono Boost on warp gates, but other than that, like let's say Blink or a 4 gate or something like that. But if it's late game, you should have enough gateways to remax your whole army. The only time is if you both basically lose both of your armies, and you have like I don't know 13 or 12 gateways, and you have a bunch of Chrono Boost saved up because you're all already upgraded to 333 or 3-3, and you don't really need to get the shield upgrades in your particular situation. Then you Chrono Boost every gateway once.
Yep, yep. Sounds like a very logical thing to do. I mean, you really just want to save those chronos for upgrades because upgrades usually win you the game if you're ahead, right?
Yep.
And upgrades can keep you in the game if you're behind.
Oh, this is true.
Right, let's see. So, yeah, so this concludes the coaching session. If you found that you've learned you've learned how to play a little better or a lot better after this coaching session, please leave us a review on nerdupgrades.com. Um, it would greatly help us out because more reviews is always a good thing. And so yeah, it would really help us out and help us continue to be part of this coaching community. And Oric, do you have any last words?
Nope. I just hope the tips or basically what we talked about can help you out on your ladder games and improve your game. And yeah, thanks for taking the time to let us help you out.
All right, all right. Um, Once again, my name is Sharp Eyes,
And this is Orc.
and until next time, keep on playing.